All right, well, everyone, welcome to the Top of the World podcast. I'm Joshua Hadley with Justin Belanger, and we have a special guest today.
Yeah, we have Ian, also known as many other things.
Yeah. We're not going to narrow it down either.
Many things. He did the graphics for this and all the other stuff on Gopher Tuk.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So, we have him on here to talk with us about the Royal Rumble that happened this past Saturday. So, a week before this podcast went up.
Timely.
And, yeah. And so, let's talk about the Rumble.
No. Let's start.
Okay.
Huge news.
Big. What's the big news?
Gentlemen, I am undefeated. Back in 2016, I was elected to be the treasurer for the Democratic Party in House District 40, and in 2022, once again, I am undefeated. I've been elected to be the treasurer of the Green Party of Alaska. I'm like George Washington. No one wants to run against me.
Once again, Joshua Hadley is flexing on these hoes.
That is the kind of catchphrase that I could really get behind.
Yes. There you go. Congratulations, Joshua.
Yes, congratulations. I said that to you yesterday, and proud of you, buddy.
Yes.
And you know, I've been nicknamed by Gopher Big Money Moose. So I am officially Big Money Moose.
Yes, that is true. It's official. He's got the title and everything now.
Give him the hat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've got to talk about it. The Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. Yeah. Okay, Ian. Ian has a lot of notes here.
Yes, I do.
Sadly, Ian watched the pre-show. Like, I don't think what
he watched the pre-show and he watched the Rumble twice.
I watched the pre-show twice.
Oh my! So I didn't see the pre-show. But Ian, what are your notes regarding?
I watched it on Peacock, so I don't know like what the pre-show was.
The pre-show was 5 people sitting at a table, 3 of whom I don't know their names. The one Scottish guy. There's one lady. Peter Rosenberg's one of the 3 that I thought I didn't know his name. Then the other 2 are the ones I want to talk about. Jerry Lawler, Booker T. First of all, why, and this is a question, why is Jerry Lawler still allowed on television?
Before I answer that, Caleb Braxton and Kevin Patrick were the other 2 people on the pre-show panel.
I will forget those instantly. They're already gone.
To answer your question, I don't know. I have no clue why he's still allowed on television.
I imagine because the other people are people we don't even know.
Still gotta be better than Lawler, though.
Are they? Were they Ian? Were they better than Jerry the King Lawler?
They asked Jerry Lawler at one point what he's looking forward to. And he had to try so hard to not just say, what am I allowed to say on this show? Because I guess puppies is the Lawler term.
You can, I mean, we question whether we should curse or not on this. And I immediately forgot about that.
As far as we're concerned, we're not really monetized by anyone yet, so it's no holds barred.
Yeah.
As of now.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, he badly wanted to just say, I want to see some titties.
Well, we'll be honest.
Well, no one can take that from him.
Yeah.
He is an honest person. Except for one thing.
What's that?
Well, those incidents with the 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
It feels weird. Go ahead.
Didn't Jerry, when he was like 50 or 60, marry a girl wrestler when she was like in her 20s or what?
Probably.
What was that?
Something like that, I think.
I know he's married a couple times.
Getting his Jerry Seinfeld going. Was he sitting next to Kayla?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay. We don't need that. It's always uncomfortable when they have him sitting next to whoever the female person is on the fucking pre-show panel.
And I guess Ian couldn't dig that sucker.
No, I could not.
You said you also had something to say about Booker T?
Right. You guys didn't watch, so it's not a very good question. But I'd like to know from anybody that might watch this. Does it seem to anybody else like Booker T is getting less coherent? I think he might have COVID brain.
I mean, I feel like he's had COVID brain for many years before COVID happened.
COVID came from his brain.
I remember watching Booker T in TNA.
La la la.
And that's really the last time I seen him. And I remember when he went from being Booker T to King Booker. And I was like, what the hell's going on here?
He was a king. He was kingly. There were 2 kings in this pre-show panel.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
And one was coherent as fuck, and the other one was horny.
Can you edit in a sad, like you'd hear in an old sitcom when something bad happens, like, after Moose said, I watched Booker T in TNA. I expected something like that to happen. Even though this is real life and, God, that was a sad time. So
I heard, when you did the noise, I heard the Family Guy version in my head. What's next for the Rumble here?
Okay, another thing before we get to the matches. The opening video package. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, I didn't like the one for the show, but I remember liking the one for Lesnar and Lashley.
I think I was washing my hair that day.
Okay, because in this opening video package, the narrator says, "There's only one thing left to do. Ball." And I said, "What the fuck?" out loud. First, does anybody featured on this show seem like a baller to you? Prominently featured.
Well, there was no MVP as far as I know.
Right. No, there's no MVP as far as I know.
Was he there to manage Lashley? Because I missed that entire match.
He
was managing Bobby Lashley.
I would not say he was prominently featured.
Yeah, and he was not wrestling.
He was like the 5th most important factor in his own match.
So other than him, I don't know. I don't know about any ballers there.
And the
almost is big enough to be a basketball player. He might have been a basketball player.
I would bet he was, yes.
Yeah. So almost him. He's the one.
My follow-up question: do you think Vince McMahon knows what a baller is?
No, probably thinks
he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't know. No, he doesn't know.
No, there's no way he knows. No way.
Yeah, I agree. There's no way he knows. Somebody tried to explain it to him, and it probably got him fired.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Shane got fired. Wasn't the Royal Rumble after all.
He could tolerate him politicking to try and beat Brock Lesnar or whatever, but it's too far. The hell is a baller? Get out of my family.
So the show starts. It was Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the Universal title to start the show.
And Tyler Black comes out to the Shield music.
Tyler Black, who is not in as good shape as Chuck Taylor.
Correct.
Yeah. So that the finish to that was like Roman choking Seth out or whatever. He had him in submission hold and
the
Seth,
guillotine.
Yeah, and Roman got eliminated. Roman got disqualified because he wouldn't let go of the hold after 5 when Seth got his hand on the rope. But the referee put Seth's hand on the rope.
Yeah.
Like I know what they were aiming for was like the referee lifting his hand to drop it, but then Seth managed to get on the rope. But he clearly put Seth's hand on the rope, and then eliminated Roman, or fucking disqualified. I said eliminated twice. So, you know, it was all. I thought it was all right of a match. I thought it was pretty decent.
I really enjoyed the match until the finish.
Yeah. The finish was just. I mean, of course, it's a fucking DQ finish on pay-per-view in what I assume is the final match of the feud, like the blow-off for the feud, considering, like, Roman...
Oh, no, this is like Jerry the King Lawler versus Superstar Bill Dundee. There's gonna be another match.
Oh, for sure. This is WWE. There's gonna be hundreds of more matches.
Yes. You know, then you gotta remember it's postmodern WWE.
Ian, you have any notes about this match?
I have a bunch of notes.
Okay.
Apparently, anytime you do a power bomb while wearing a tactical
Oh, yeah,
vest,
it's a
that's
shield
a shield
bomb.
bomb.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
I had to make note of that.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just call it a power bomb?
Yeah.
It's all about branding in WWE. The first thing that really stuck out to me on this show, the match didn't start until like 11 minutes into this show. There was like 7 minutes of entrance between these two.
Fucking Jesus.
What for? At the start of a show? What for?
Oh, because what's important in a WWE show is the entrance, I guess.
Well, you make a good point.
And they have those they gotta have all the time to show off those weird, like, 3D graphics that are very off-putting.
You know,
Yeah, the augmented reality.
I said this. I said this on the GCW show review. I really appreciated that at the start of the show when they had a clusterfuck of people in a match, they just started in the ring instead of giving us like 10 minutes worth of entrances to start off.
And WWE does that with 2 people. Thankfully, The Undertaker wasn't involved in this match.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. We still have been waiting.
I just remember I think it was a Royal Rumble in the past, where the ramp was so big that like all of the big wrestlers, like Mark Henry, Big Show, Bray Wyatt, all them, had to get on this like fucking scooter and be driven down to the ring.
Yeah, wasn't that like at Minute Maid?
Like it was the Great American Bash or something in
I think
JCP.
I think it was one of the Rumbles in recent-ish memory.
Yeah, I think it was at Minute Maid Park in Houston.
And they like I remember you would see some of the wrestlers come out like all excited, start running to the ring, and then the camera would cut away from them, but then you could see in the background them like stepping onto this fucking scooter thing.
I remember like, have they ever done it before? I remember, was it WrestleMania 3? They came out in rings that went over to the ring. Like that was kind of cool.
When was that?
Like WrestleMania 3, like whatever that building was at, not Detroit, but
it was the Pontiac
Michigan?
Silverdome.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think I watched it, but I did see like brief clips of it, and it looked interesting. That entrance situation.
The thing is though, like you could do everyone's custom 20-minute entrance doing that.
Yeah. Okay, what else we got for Seth and Roman?
So Charles Robinson says let go of him twice. Reigns misses his cue the first time, and the second time he gets it and says he won't allow me to let go. Of course, talking about the Shield, not about the submission he's in.
Yeah.
It was a Shakespearean performance, which is not what I'm interested in wrestling, but it is what WWE likes to do. And
I thought it was fine. I mean, the product should be different in some kind of way, but yeah, it's like not what I'm into.
I should have prefaced this, by the way. So I did watch most of the show. There was one match I missed because I went to make dinner, but there are a lot of things that I probably missed during the show because I was also playing Dark Souls at the time.
So I watched this twice, and you barely watched it.
I wanted to have fun while the Rumble was going on.
Well, me too, but only one of us got their wish.
Damn it, Janet.
One more thing about the match. Reigns has Rollins in that chokehold for 90 seconds. And Rollins didn't die.
He's still living.
Well,
talk about burying your move.
Well, no, I've seen it used in the UFC, and guys don't immediately die from it. I mean, you could be in that for like a couple minutes, like you could fight all of it, but like every time I've seen that in a UFC match, you know, like this guy's really fucked.
Was there anything in between this match and the next one, which is the Rumble, the Women's Rumble?
Not that I care about, no.
Okay. So we moved on to the Women's Rumble, which. We started off with Sasha Banks and thick Melina. Melina coming in thick.
All right, I'll just say this. So Sasha Banks came out cosplayed as Sailor Moon.
Yes.
My only problem is Sasha. I don't know if she's a babyface. I think she came off as kind of a heel.
I think she's a heel.
I think she's somewhere in between.
I don't understand. She's supposed to be a heel. And even if she wasn't, it's not Halloween, and she's not like the character Sailor Moon. Like, it's like if someone in the men's rumble came out just like I can't even think of a comparison.
Goku.
Like, well, maybe like if Marco Stunt, if he was in this promotion, came out just as Goku. Like, yeah, you're not the character you're portraying here.
So yeah, it started off with Sasha and Melina. Melina was looking thick, and Melina was like crying and everything because she got to be in the Rumble because there was no women's Rumbles when she was around, and then she got eliminated after 53 seconds. Which
yeah, I was excited to see Melina, and she's gone.
I think that was a botch.
Oh,
Yeah, from what I've read, it sounds like she was not meant to be eliminated at that point.
Which would not be the only botch elimination.
No,
in the Rumbles.
There were many.
We'll get to one specific one later. But
so the women's Rumble started what year? 2018.
Yeah, it was recent-ish.
So this is the fifth one.
You know, I never got to say this, but before we got into the time, like I think the last time I watched a Royal Rumble was when Sheamus won, and wasn't that 2000?
Yeah, that was 2012.
That was quite a while ago.
So yeah, I lost my faith in the show that long ago, and I think Ian finally getting there.
I would take the Sheamus Rumble 50 times out of this one.
Me too.
So this is Sasha Banks' second Rumble, which I would have thought she was in more, but I triple checked this, and both times she was somehow the number one entrant.
Damn, they're just out here fucking over Sasha Banks.
That's
rolling right at one.
That's some lazy booking.
Yeah.
She lasted like 9 minutes in this, which I expected her to be like one of the final women, but nope. She started off and didn't even last 10 minutes. Granted, she lasted longer than fucking Melina, but apparently that was fine at least. So. And then fucking number 3 was Tamina. Okay, fucking Tamina. It's Tamina. Who cares about fucking Tamina? And she lasted for 16 minutes.
Well, sometimes like in the early 90s Rumbles, Greg the Hammer Valentine would last like 30 minutes, and who cares about him?
Fucking number 4. So number 4, Kelly. There was an issue with the network when Peacock, when this match was going. Like, it just started cutting out for people.
Yeah.
We missed, like, I did, because I didn't watch it with you guys, but me and the people I was watching with missed the entirety of Kelly appearing. We missed her coming out.
Oh, I got to see.
Yeah, we missed her coming out. We missed the fucking her being eliminated, which I saw that later. Like, the actual elimination itself was pretty cool, but we missed the.
Oh well, no, it was so funny. It's like she just went after she hit the floor. It's like
she's just like bricked.
I thought it was the funniest thing. Yeah, that's it.
So she was in there for about a minute, and we didn't see any of it. Which, considering it's Kelly, I'm okay with it. But yeah, they that entire thing was.
I didn't expect to watch Kelly be wrestling in 2022. That's that was something else.
There was Aaliyah next, and she lasted a long time. She was like 22 minutes, 23 minutes.
She did the worst Fez press I've ever seen. Does that you guys remember that, right?
I just remember the good part of her bricking on the way out.
I did not. Yeah.
I remember her also saying, "Come on, Kelly, you come on."
Yeah, she says, "Come on, you guys, like, please cheer for me." No, they're not gonna cheer for you. You're Kelly. Get a grip.
Fucking Liv Morgan was after Aaliyah. She lasted for 37 minutes and 20 seconds, but didn't get a single elimination during that time.
I like Liv.
I also like Liv.
When I heard her theme, I thought it was Alexa Bliss. I don't know anybody's theme.
Me too. I thought it was Alexa.
Alexa wasn't here. She wasn't even in the Rumble.
One of the many people that were not there.
Yes. They didn't have room for Alexa, but they had room for Cameron, who once pinned somebody upside down. So, and then got mad at the ref for not counting it.
Hey, I support that. To hell with all referees.
Queen
Yeah.
Zelina was after Liv. She lasted 17 minutes. Yeah, she did get one elimination, which was Sasha Banks. Fucking Bianca was next. Ian, do you have something to say there?
Yeah, I have in my notes. She eliminates Sasha Banks. From this point on, it should be noted I was mad online.
Bianca Belair came out next, and she was, I believe, the Iron Woman for this match. She lasted the longest with 47 minutes and 30 seconds. Only getting one elimination in that time, though.
Yeah.
Who was it? Natalia, who lasted way fucking longer than she should have and got 2 eliminations.
I'm so sick of Natalia.
Yeah.
Natalia and Chris Jericho can just go away. They've been on the TV for too damn long.
Well, Natalia could just go away, and
Well, you just said you haven't watched a Royal Rumble since Sheamus won. So
yeah, exactly. So I can't say, oh, I wish this person would disappear. I mean, come on, it's not like I'm watching WWE television. Like, you could be on there as long as you want. It's like you're on the witness protection program with me.
So at Bianca's entrance, where I really noticed something was wrong, because she is for sure a babyface. Got a huge reaction. I love Bianca, and no one was feeding her. Everything in the Rumble was.
Oh yeah. I was actually thinking that, like, no one's feeding Bianca at all.
You have to get to like 27, 28, 27 in the men's Rumble before somebody's actually getting fed. And I think that's basically because Vince decided, I'm gonna deal with that.
And that's weird watching the old Rumbles. It's like, it seems like that's the thing to do with any time someone comes out. Right, like it comes out and like. All right,
well,
it's time
historically,
to feed 'em.
the Rumbles have been produced by Pat Patterson, and then after Pat died, it was basically just T.J. Wilson, who was not there. So this was Jamie Noble, and Jamie Noble did a not great job.
Did one of the worst ones. I remember that.
Wait, so in one that T.J. Wilson was not producing, his wife lasted 36 minutes and got 2 eliminations.
Correct.
Jamie, what are you doing?
Oh, I think, actually, I remember, didn't Undertaker's wife get fed in this match?
Michelle McCool. She was two entrances later after Bianca. There was Dana Brooke, and then Michelle McCool came out, and she eliminated Dana Brooke.
I was just watching this match, and I was just thinking, it's like fucking Michelle McCool Luthez to these people. Like, she's coming out there, she got a reaction, and she gets to like be the one wrestler that gets fed in the match. I'm like, what is this?
It lasted 20 minutes and 50 seconds. I had a good old girthy length there. Sonya Deville was up next, only lasting 2 minutes.
All right, so this is where I there was a point in the GCW ladder match where they said, they didn't care, so I decided I didn't care either, and so she comes out. The storyline is, and it is explained well, like, I suppose, is, she's authority figure, she's one of the czars of the promotion, and so obviously there's a conflict with her being a competitor. Like Bob Armstrong would have had in Smoky Mountain, or Bill Watts would have had in Mid-South Wrestling. But, I really didn't find it interesting at all. She goes to commentary, and I'm like, what am I doing watching this? So this is where I did the skip.
So, how long is it supposed to be between entrants? Is it supposed to be 90 seconds?
90 seconds.
It's supposed to be 90 seconds. Now, this says that Sonya Deville was eliminated in 2 minutes by Naomi, who didn't come out for 3 more entrants after her.
Well, Sonya doesn't get in the ring until
so
after
they're
Cameron does, so maybe they're not counting until she gets in the ring.
I guess that's gotta be the case. Either that or they're really fucking up
They just make up the times. Yeah. They do not stick to the 90 seconds.
Yeah, I know they don't stick to that, but I was thinking, like, if 2 minutes for 3 entrances would have been bit of a situation.
Possible.
So what's the rule? Could you just like be outside the ring as long as you want?
There are no rules.
I mean,
Jerry
It's
Lawler did it.
WWE.
Except for that one time where Finlay got eliminated by disqualification. There was rules for that one for some reason.
Right, but then other times you don't get eliminated for disqualification. Sometimes, if like when in 1996, when Vader threw Shawn Michaels over the top rope, that wasn't an elimination. But sometimes you can come in and throw people out. That is an elimination. No, they have no consistency.
There is no disqualification unless it's a shillelagh. That's the disqualification.
Unless you're Irish, then we will discriminate.
Yes.
Show you.
After Sonya was, again, fucking TJ Wilson's wife, Natalia, coming in here for 36 minutes, getting 2 eliminations. Who'd she eliminate? Let's see. Summer Rae and... who's the other one? Tamina.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
So is Summer Rae better than Kelly or?
They're
I like
both
her
awful.
more, but yes. I will confirm they're both awful.
Yeah. Although, according to Ruro, Summer Rae dyed her hair slightly brownish, so she wasn't Kelly. But Ruro was one of the people we were watching with, and he just... every white woman with blonde hair was Kelly after she came out.
Well, I'm sorry, but they all do look the same.
So there was like 8. So Kelly got to be in this match like 8 times.
They kept saying Natalia was a Guinness World Record holder. What record? They never said. And I'm not Googling.
Most times a woman farted on TV.
Well.
Yeah, it has to be that.
That's probably Whoopi Goldberg, too. I've seen that view.
After Natalia was Cameron, again, the legendary wrestler who once tried to pin a wrestler upside down, and whose favorite match was Melina versus Alicia Fox, who were both in this match.
Is Cameron white, or was she one of the Funko-Dactyls?
She was one of the Funko-Dactyls, yeah.
Okay.
And then her Funko-Dactyl partner came out directly after her, because, yeah, coincidences.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that, where they didn't even pretend.
Yeah.
And I didn't give a rat's ass about any of that shit.
Yeah. So then Naomi, as mentioned, comes out next. Carmella came out, and she lasted a whopping 50 seconds. Apparently.
I think Carmella's the white person who I thought was a Funkadactyl, just based on the one name.
So,
deal.
So this is another example of what the fuck is this entrant time. Carmella came out, and she was eliminated by Rhea Ripley, who came out next, but she only lasted for 50 seconds.
She did not immediately enter the ring, so I'm gonna guess, again, they're only counting from when she enters.
These fucking people.
Yeah, their numbers are weird. They had the Reigns-Rollins match at like 14 minutes on Wikipedia, and I had it at like 16 watching it.
After Carmella was Rhea Ripley, who lasted 30 minutes, 59 seconds, and got 3 eliminations. She did some stuff.
So, how many bigger baby faces were in this match than Rhea Ripley? 2? Lita and Bianca?
Let's see. I'm trying to... Who else is
because
big baby face here?
Normally, you feed the top baby faces, but when she entered,
she
was jumped by 3 heels.
Rhea?
No, she's jumped by 3 heels.
The fuck? Well, see, I guess the women's division just isn't as important as the men's division. You can't feed the baby faces. Did they feed the? You know what? I got. All right. I think I'm gonna be exposed here. So, I watched to the end of Lesnar and Lashley, and it was 1 a.m, and I thought, and I'm not too interested in the Battle Royale. And I've already seen a part of a Royal Rumble. I'm sorry, like, I don't understand. Like, I get, like, I agree, and I agree that women should be treated as equal as men. So I was thinking, like, why can't the women just have their own Royal Rumble match on a night, like, maybe before SummerSlam on the main event of a pay-per-view? Like, why do they have to do 2 battle royales in one night?
mean, they're doing all these fucking like 2-night shows now. You would think they would do that with this as well.
Oh God, don't give them ideas.
Yeah, two.
I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying that's what I would expect them to do at this point.
They need to like take a show that doesn't mean anything before SummerSlam
All
and
of
say,
them?
"All right, winner of this gets the main event at SummerSlam for women." Like, I don't see why you can't. I mean, the show opened with one of the actual main events, so you could, like like you could main event SummerSlam with the women's champion. It's Becky Lynch, so she's over that way anyway.
I don't disagree, but they got their ways of doing stuff.
After Rhea Ripley was Charlotte, who she had the most eliminations with 5, and lasted 31 minutes 23 seconds.
Why was the SmackDown Women's Champion in this match?
So the idea was that if she won, she would choose her challenger. I guess
That's
yeah.
horribly stupid.
I agree.
Why doesn't every champion enter then?
You would think. Yeah. You would think they would, but no.
Lazy booking.
Gotta make room for Cameron.
Also, I was watching this show with my family, and my mom has not watched wrestling probably in as long as Moose has, but she used to watch it all the time.
Well, I watch wrestling all the time.
Okay, not watch
WWE. The sports entertainment.
Yeah. Okay, and she was blown away with how old Charlotte looks. She thought she must be in her mid-40s.
We, Brandon and I recently, I think it might have been in the Shenmue recording session recently, talked about how we're pretty sure Charlotte is one of those, what is the term? I don't think shapeshifter is what I'm looking for here, but like one of those like people who could turn into other people, and so like she's actually also Cher and a few others.
Okay.
I don't know what else to call that, but shapeshifter.
Might have been shapeshifter then.
Yeah, probably a shapeshifter.
Yeah. But we're pretty sure that Charlotte's actually like 7 celebrities.
Yeah, maybe.
After her was Ivory.
I guess she's that good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Ivory bit in this.
Well, if your mom was talking about how old people are, did she comment on Ivory?
Yeah, she's like, what, fucking 50, 60? How old is she?
Ivory,
60.
I commented how Ivory looks like Judge Judy.
She's 60. I mean, this lady
ringer.
is 60. I don't know how the fuck she's 60. She does not look 60. But she came out...
she looks Judge Judy. How old is she? Judge Judy.
Yeah, that old.
She came out doing the right to censored gimmick. And she started cutting the promo and got eliminated quickly. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. After her... everybody's favorite, Brie Mode.
Brie Mode.
That's the one.
I had to think a second of who the hell you were talking about.
Brie Bella. She had... they brought back both the Bellas. Nikki came in as well later on. They brought back both the Bellas. Brie Bella had 3 eliminations. 3.
Yes. Which was 4 too many.
Which one? I forget which one's married to John Cena and which one's married to Bryan Danielson.
Brie's married to Bryan, but Nikki and John aren't together anymore. I don't think they ever got married.
No, they did not.
But they did.
Oh, that's right. John got cold feet, even though there was a TV show.
Yeah. Yeah, Brie came out. She lasted 19 minutes, 21 seconds, and had 3 fucking eliminations. After her was another champion, but from a different company, Impact Wrestling's knockout champion, Mickie James.
Very cool.
Yeah. And they even, like, I think she came out with the Impact Wrestling Knockout Championship.
Yep, and her Impact theme.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool, at least.
I wrote in the notes, this is cool.
Yes,
they let her eliminate Michelle McCool, which I guess was kind of an apology for the Piggy James thing.
Yeah. Maybe everything else was an apology for giving her stuff in a fucking bag.
Hopefully the money was an apology for that.
Yeah.
And hopefully it was a lot of money.
Say it.
You just gonna say it?
I'm just gonna say it. I like the name Alexis Marie more than Mickie James.
You know? Same. I like it. Good name. After her was, as Noam Dar once said, Alicia Fox. She came out next. 6 minutes, 30 seconds, 0 eliminations.
I like Alicia
She's still
Fox.
in the promotion?
I also like Alicia Fox. She didn't do a
No.
Northern Light suplex. What did Moose ask?
I'm just surprised Alicia Fox was still there. But
No,
I guess
yeah,
she was
she's a free
special
agent.
guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed her showing up, though. I like Alicia. After that was famous super villain now, I guess, Nikki Ash. Who was a superhero, but then she turned heel.
Isn't she a champion?
I don't think...
No.
Not anymore.
No.
She was tag champion, but I don't think she is anymore.
Okay, I have to read my notes on this. For some reason, she's a heel. For some reason, she was Rhea Ripley's tag partner. She comes from the crowd and attacks Rhea from behind. Rhea stops the attack and then yells, "You have nowhere to run now." But then Nikki leaves the ring from under the top rope and Rhea does not follow her. It turns out she did have somewhere to run. Literally anywhere.
Oh, jeez. Fucking... Okay. Well, Nikki, she was here. 12 minutes, 13 seconds. She got an elimination. She's a heel superhero.
I later on I grew to like the heel superhero thing.
There you go. We had
about 7 entrants.
Yeah,
5
when
entrants.
the babyface superhero comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 23 was Summer Rae, who lasted a grand 52 seconds before being eliminated by Natalya.
Best entrance of the night. Easily the best entrance of the night.
She is a legend, according to WWE.
She sprints by the cameraman screaming, "Fuck you," at Natalya. Which no one has ever incorporated my thoughts into their wrestling as well as that.
It was fucking visceral too. Like she just fucking all out. Fuck you.
And then Natty eliminates her in how long?
52 seconds.
And Natty leans over the top rope and yells, "Kiss my ass!" This was the best thing of this. Other than Ivory, this was the best segment of this show.
Oh, guys.
Of this
I
match.
just wish there wasn't so much filler between that. I might have seen it.
After her was Nikki Bella, yes, who is a Hall of Famer. Summer Rae's not a Hall of Famer, but she is a legend, according to when they announced that she would be in the Rumble. As a WWE legend, Summer Rae.
She's on the level of Harley Race, Luthez, Jim Londos, Ed the Strangler Lewis, George Hackensmith.
Gotta be George Hackensmith.
Nick Bockwinkel, Vern Gagne. You know, I mean, if there was a Mount Rushmore, like, all right, so it should be Ricky Dozan, Ed the Strangler Lewis, Hulk Hogan, and Nikki Bella.
See, for the women's, like, if it was just the women's Mount Rushmore, Summer Rae, Kelly, Cameron, Natalya, and Natalya again. So, Nikki Bella came out. She had 2 eliminations in 8 minutes, 40 seconds. After her, I popped for this. Sarah Logan. I like Sarah Logan. She came out. She free agent. She came out for this. I popped for it, and then she was eliminated in 43 seconds by the Bellas.
I figured it finally happened. We finally got a name. I have no idea who you're talking about.
About
Crazy
Mary Dobson?
Crazy Mary Dobson.
You don't know her?
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were just using her slave name.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, that's the name she used.
That's
here,
why.
so,
That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
Well, the name they forced her to use.
Yes.
After they whipped her, after Vince McMahon tied her to the pole and whipped her and said, "What's your name?"
Jesus Christ. I would like to point out she's an anti-masker.
Oh, God.
I don't like her. Boo. But how silly was it to have a Riot Squad reunion while Ruby is on the other show?
Yeah.
Go Bellas, that's what I thought. Except for when they eliminated Liv Morgan.
Yeah. Number 26 was Lita. Lita came out. She had 1 elimination, lasted for 10 minutes and 21 seconds. She eliminated Mickie James. Apparently,
go ahead.
From what I understand, she's going to be having a match soon against, I don't remember who it was, Becky? I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's going to challenge for the title. It's my understanding she signed a contract to more or less be a full-time wrestler for a little bit.
Oh, wow. I like Lita, so, you know. Is she also fucking anti-mask? Am I gonna find out more people I like are anti-mask?
I have no idea. All of the stories I've heard about Lita are from Mexico and 20 years ago.
Okay, so after Lita was the babyface superhero, Mighty Holly, coming out.
Molly
Holly, yes. Mighty Molly, sorry.
Molly
Molly Holly. She came out and she was eliminated by the heel superhero, Nikki Ash, in 20 seconds.
That was the third best thing on this match. Was Nikki Ash waiting in wait to attack Mighty Molly. God, I loved it so much. Give her the hat.
Give her that.
Yeah.
Number 28, Ronda Rousey. And as you would expect, bunch of eliminations. She had 4 eliminations coming out number 28. 10 minutes. She won the Rumble. She was the winner. Because of course she was. And then...
Well, who else was the bigger star?
Ronda Rousey did not need to win. Isn't the Rumble about making other people stars? You're supposed to use the Rumble to make somebody else a star.
Sometimes, I mean, the first, the second one and the third one were won by Hulk Hogan, and that wasn't making a star.
The third and fourth ones were won by Hulk Hogan, yes.
Yes, and I thought that was stupid too.
Yeah, well, WWE doesn't make stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. They have to for both of the Rumbles.
Gopher. Look, they got the person from the territory system. Normally they get one of those people. They said, all right, we're gonna steal one from the UFC territory, and we're gonna push her as a star.
Both of the Rumble winners were UFC stars.
They got right to UFC territory, just like when Vince raided the AAA territory.
Open the forbidden door to the UFC. Fucking Shotzi Blackheart came out next. Apparently she's on SmackDown. I didn't know that. I thought she was still on fucking NXT. But she was next, came out, lasted about 3 minutes, and got eliminated by Ronda. And then finally, Shayna Baszler. 5 minutes, 31 seconds. 0 eliminations for fucking Shayna Baszler. And yeah.
Her new theme sucks.
Yes. Her new theme is not great. Or good.
Is Shayna Baszler the vampire?
She was briefly kind of a vampire when she started eating Becky Lynch for some reason. And
who healed her back into a human being?
Maybe Ronda Rousey. They were the 4 horsewomen of the UFC, right? I think. Well, 2 of. So
you're gonna have to send this link to Jerry Lawler, and he'll listen. When he knows that you're talking about eating Becky Lynch, he'll click it.
So Ronda wins. Charlotte had the most eliminations. Fucking go back. Fucking pages. Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair lasted the longest, and it was a Rumble.
Oh.
There were some fun moments, which is more than I could say about the men's Rumble.
Yep, agreed.
After fucking Ronda won the Rumble and then pointed nowhere near the WrestleMania sign, we went to...
wasn't it on fire or something?
No, it was still up at this point,
melting.
But she pointed in no direction anywhere near where the fucking sign was. At some point, with pyros in between this and the next match, the sign caught on fire. They had to fucking vacate the area. The next match was Becky Lynch versus Doudrop, and Becky at some point... fucking point at the sign and just, yelled, I set the sign on fire. So bless Becky Lynch. That match was 13 minutes. Yeah?
Oh, well, it was only 13 minutes? Wow.
13 minutes, yeah.
It felt so much longer, so I've been thinking about this, and back in the late 80s, you guys know they were in the WWF, there was a stable of hillbillies. The leader was Al, or who was the leader? Fucking Hillbilly Jim, that's it. Yeah. And he had his family. There was Uncle Elmer and Cousin Junior.
Okay.
And, of course, they all leave, and so in the late 80s, Cousin Junior, out of nowhere, gets a challenge Ric Flair for the NAA World Heavyweight Championship, and I was just watching this match, and I thought, this is how I imagine if Ric Flair went 20 minutes with Cousin Junior, how the match would look. And, like, no one's expecting Cousin Junior to defeat Ric Flair. When I look at the title history, I don't see his name anywhere, so I'm pretty sure the two matches had the same result, the champion retaining. I'm just wondering, like, what the hell is this, dude?
Yeah, well, I mean, and the fans, I would say the fans weren't into it, but that's mainly because they were trying not to be set on fire.
Do you think maybe it went longer so they could get that out before the next match?
Probably. I would say
That'd be pretty funny if that's true.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to burden Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
True.
Huh. So yeah, that match happened. Becky Lynch wins, obviously.
Is this the first time you guys seen Doudrop wrestle? This is the first time I've seen.
I've
even heard of Doudrop.
Well, what was her name in the Indies?
Piper, Nevin, or Viper.
Yeah.
It was Viper in the UK.
Oh,
Indies.
so they gave her the name Doudrop? They gave her that name?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought they took her stupid indie name.
Nope.
No.
And used it on WWE.
You thought somebody other than WWE's creative services could come up with Doudrop?
She could have worked with
I just want to point
Chikara
out
or something. I don't know.
Search Doudrop definition. Urban Dictionary pops up. The very first result: Piper Niven was renamed Doudrop because Vince can't think of a good fucking name. That's the entry on Urban Dictionary for Doudrop.
You know,
the second entry.
I should have known. I should have known when Doudrop didn't have a last name.
So
Vince doesn't think of these names.
There's two other definitions.
Yeah, I don't think like Vince would have brought in a wrestler and say, "Yeah, you're Doudrop."
So there
go ahead.
There are two other definitions here for Doudrop, and both are things that I would expect if Vince actually did come up with the names, he would name her this because of these definitions. One is basically someone who's fat, which, you know.
Oh,
and then the other one is when lesbians squirt on each other and force the other one to lick the love juices, because she is in fact a lesbian.
I did not know that about her.
Yes.
But what I think happens is somebody that knows Vince comes up with the names, and then they're like, "Ha ha ha ha, Doudrop," and Vince is like,
I think that's exactly.
"You're not getting fired today, pal."
I was listening to Cornette, and it reminds me like Vince hired like who was Oscar just because he went into an elevator with him and started rapping. I could totally see that's how Doudrop got her name.
The next match was the WWE Championship match between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. I missed this entire match while I was making dinner.
Oh, so you watched Doudrop, but you missed Blaster Lashley?
Yes. I was hungry. So I went to make dinner, and I came back, and yeah, apparently Bobby won. Ian, you have anything notes for this?
Not a ton of them. Reigns attacks Lesnar. Paul Heyman, who sided with Brock Lesnar just a few months ago, changes his mind and now sides with Roman Reigns. Bobby wins, but in a way that does not help him at all. Who cares?
Okay.
If somehow this involves Goldberg, and there's no reason to believe at this point that it does, but if at some point Goldberg somehow becomes involved, I will become mad online.
Wasn't it just revealed that Goldberg's like apparently supposed to be having a match soon?
He can have a match, but if he gets that fucking belt again, I'm gonna be mad online. Give it to Jeff Hardy. At least that'd be funny.
So Kenny King's a free agent now, right? I mean, they could just redo the Beatdown Gang, and WWE, they got two of the people. Although they just let go of Samoa Joe.
He just re-debuted in Impact.
Oh, that's the perfect place for him.
I don't know if he got a contract or not, but
So I came back, I think, at the beginning of the next match. Was there anything in between these two matches, Ian?
Nothing worth talking about.
You know, I said it already. I really like the package for the match.
Oh yeah, for Lashley and Lesnar.
Agreed.
Yeah, where, you know,
I did not see that either.
If it had been a real match, you know, instead of a way to service their only storyline that they care about. Might have been cool.
They did a Bruno Sammartino blow-off match in a match that wasn't a blow-off match.
We have next up the mixed tag match. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus The Miz and Maryse. Which Maryse did a fucking Hurricane Rana at some point. That was weird. That's really my only note for that match.
Okay. I will read my notes.
Okay.
Just because it rhymes doesn't mean it's clever. Just because it rhymes doesn't mean you should do it. I like everyone in this match. This match left a bad taste in my mouth for everyone involved. I'm going to remember the cringe of the Grit couple every time I see Edge. This got everyone under to me. Grit couple versus It couple. The stupidest fucking tagline for a match I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I want to see none of them after this. The match was fine, but that branding just makes me sick.
You know, I thought the Royal Rumble was next, so I went to sleep. I'm glad I skipped this.
Yeah, I thought it was.
What the hell's that build up? Like, why was it? Why was that the tagline?
I thought it was a decent match. I don't get why the match happened in the first place. And that tagline is not good.
Horrible.
But then the Rumble,
So
the men's Rumble, which
what was the build up? Oh, never mind. Let's fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's go to the Rumble.
The Royal Rumble,
which was way worse than the women's Rumble. And the women's Rumble was all right. Like, there was some parts that were good, and then some that were just like, who cares? It was decent. This one was just horrible all the way through. There was no good surprises.
I disagree. There was one really good surprise. Well, and a really good surprise in the sense that it got me. I was very shocked.
So it started off with AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, who main evented WrestleMania a few years ago, and
Nak won one of the Rumbles.
Yeah, he won the Rumble and then went to face AJ Styles, 2018, I think, and the year where they had the first women's Rumble and a Japanese superstar won both, and then they both lost at Mania. That's so
AJ, the point.
Yeah, AJ Styles
don't be Japanese.
They started the match.
Well, hey, I mean, sorry, Nakamura ain't Antonio Inoki. He can't just pretend win the WWE Championship and have him forget about it.
So when this happened in the group chat I was in, we were all excited, like, oh, hey, AJ and Shinsuke, hopefully they last a long time together. And then Shinsuke got eliminated in like 5 minutes. So
right,
that's fun.
Number 3, he got eliminated in 6 minutes. I have it in my notes. I wonder how much he got paid for his 6 minutes in the ring. My guess, $3,600.
Probably that.
It's not a bad night if you're Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. Number 3 was Austin Theory, who lasted a pretty decent amount of time. It was like 22 minutes. He got an elimination.
It seemed like they wanted it to be a star-making performance for Austin Theory, or at least some sort of elevating performance for Austin Theory. I do not feel he got elevated at all. Mm-hmm. There was nothing memorable he did other than not be eliminated right away.
Yes. Also, going back to AJ, because I just want to mention, so AJ lasted 29 minutes. He had 6 eliminations. That was, I think, the most in the match. He got eliminated by fucking Madcap Moss. After all that, he gets eliminated by like the fucking backup of Baron Corbin, of Happy Corbin. Not even Happy Corbin himself. His fucking backup eliminated AJ Styles after 20
What was Madcap Moss' indie name?
He's Riddick Moss. Was he in the Indies?
Riddick
yeah,
Moss.
He was.
Okay.
He was a
I don't know why I didn't make the connection.
Yeah, he was in NXT apparently for like 5 years.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, it's just that fucking guy. And he eliminated AJ Styles after 29 minutes. Robert Roode was the 4th one out. He lasted 54 seconds.
Horrible theme. Also, this should get a... I remember watching Robert Roode in TNA. Da-na-na.
Yeah. Do you remember when
Probably not.
When Robert Roode was feuding with Eric Young and the first, unfortunately, the first thing I think of when I think of Robert Roode is this feud. It's like right when I started watching TNA and did a thing where Eric Young had to take off his pants and he had SpongeBob SquarePants underwear.
What year was this?
I think it was 2006.
Was
no 2007.
Okay. Was that was like after they were doing the Don't Fire Eric Young thing, right?
Yeah, after the Don't Fire Eric, when Bobby Roode ends up with his contract somehow. So Eric Young has to become his manservant. Fucking TNA's was weird, man.
Rich Holland was next. That's the guy who got his face crushed recently.
Michael Cole said, he's Sheamus's protege. And I laughed out loud. Just the concept of anybody being Sheamus's protege is fucking hilarious to me.
He lasted 19 minutes, 11 seconds. He got an elimination during that. So not a bad performance, I guess. Up next, Montez Ford, who unfortunately was not there to throw pizzas. But he lasted 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Almost a certain time
ratio.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking, like, I know he's in a tag team, and I know it's not Private Party.
Yeah, he's in the other Private Party. That's basically what they are. After him, Damian Priest lasted 11 minutes, had 0 eliminations.
Punishment.
Yeah, punishment Martinez.
I think this was a new theme.
I think Moose and I may have saw his Ring of Honor debut live.
Not his debut, but we saw him wrestle.
Well, I thought he was like really new there, wasn't he? Like, because they were building.
Yeah,
up.
he was new.
Yeah, we saw like a very early Ring of Honor situation for him back in 2016.
Yeah. We didn't see his debut because Kevin Sullivan wasn't there.
So he came out. He had apparently a new theme. 11 minutes.
The theme took way too long because it barely started when he got to the ring.
Boo. Sami Zayn was up next. Yeah, he lasted a wonderful 3 minutes and 17 seconds. He did have an elimination, though.
Wow.
And his elimination was the one who came out next. Johnny Knoxville.
What?
So there was a part.
He's a superstar now.
I guess it was to promote Jackass 4. But so Johnny Knoxville came out. He tried stiffing AJ Styles. AJ Styles stiffed him back. And then everyone beat the shit out of him, and Sammy eliminated him.
Good.
Which, that
shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen.
What shouldn't happen?
Let's take some guy to promote his movie because I know the movie's coming out.
You don't like celebrities being in the Rumble?
No.
You're gonna be mad later too. Don't worry.
Well, all right. So I said what? As a dramatic effect, I knew he was supposed to be in the thing, and I know what happens.
Well, this is coming out a week after the fact. I don't think we're spoiling it for anybody. We can talk about what
this is what I'll say when it comes to spoilers. Like, if knowing what happened at the ending of the Planet of the Apes ruins it for you, like, it's a good movie. I mean, come on. So you know what happens at the end. It doesn't, like, make the movie worse.
Bad Bunny was in the final 5. Just want to.
I liked Bad Bunny. Also,
I do.
No one got fed more than Bad Bunny. That's who I thought Vince had to have gone. You know what? We've got to feed for effing Bad Bunny because he's worth a lot of money, and none of you fucking losers are.
But it is his fault with his booking.
Right.
It reminds me of like when the idea that TNA booked AJ Styles badly so that he'd be worth less money so they could offer him less money. That's why he left.
After Johnny Knoxville was Angelo Dawkins, the other member of Not Private Party. He lasted 2 minutes and 15 seconds. After him, Omos, Big Boy, who lasted 4 minutes and 24 seconds, but had 3 eliminations during that time. And they did the whole fucking, like, 1 million people got to eliminate this one big guy thing, even though R-Truth once eliminated Big Show and Mark Henry at the same time by himself. But they're still doing this fucking bit.
He's no good.
He's not. I mean,
he might have had the highlight of this
like
match.
His 8th match or something? Well, probably like 80th.
What was the highlight?
When he slapped the shit out of Ricochet.
Yes.
God damn.
I'm up for that.
Speaking of Ricochet, he was the next one in, and he got eliminated by Happy Corbin, which is fun. 4 minutes and 23 seconds, 1 elimination. After him was Chad Gable, who came out, and also Ricochet. I say 1 elimination, but he was one of the million people who helped eliminate Omos, so that's his one. Chad Gable was next. He lasted 8 minutes and 18 seconds and got an elimination, which again was part of Omos.
I'm glad he's not Shorty Gable anymore.
Yeah, Shorty G. Next up was Rey Mysterio's son coming out here.
Which one?
Dominic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Coming out here with 3 minutes and 44 seconds. He had 1 elimination, which was also Omos.
How is he not over?
It is, WWE booking.
Dude, Dominic?
Yeah.
Or
Dominic Mysterio.
like
You got Rey Mysterio's son. It's not like it's a Nick Hogan situation.
I mean, it's Rey Mysterio's son, and I imagine he's not as good as I was just joking about Snoopy to this guy. Oh, he's like Rambo Greg Gagne if Rambo Greg Gagne was a worse wrestler. I mean, I'm sorry. That's it's like you weren't getting Rambo Greg Gagne over. You're gonna get Dominic Mysterio over.
After Dominic was Happy Corbin. Came out. He was happy.
Unironically, one of my favorite gimmicks in WWE. I love him and I love Madcap Moss. It's stupid as shit.
Yeah.
But WWE's brand of stupid shit, it's my favorite.
10 minutes, 43 seconds, got 3 eliminations. After him was Dolph Ziggler, who lasted 20 minutes and 46 seconds and had 0 eliminations, so a typical Dolph performance where it lasts a while but doesn't really do anything.
This was Dolph Ziggler's 15th Royal Rumble. He has 12 total eliminations.
Out of 15 Royal Rumbles.
I have in my notes, Dolph is WWE's most prolific job guy.
Yeah.
There's a point where just give it up. And if you've been in 15 Royal Rumbles and you only eliminated 12 people, I was just like...
He was eliminated by Rey Mysterio teaming up with somebody. And who was Rey Mysterio teaming up with? Not his son. He was teaming up with Bad Bunny.
Correct.
Not his son. He chose Bad Bunny over his son.
The other Hispanic guy, they gotta stay true to that.
Although Bad Bunny did eliminate the next one out, Sheamus. Eliminated by Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny eliminated Sheamus by himself?
Yep, by himself. It was just him. Bad Bunny eliminated. Let's see. It was. He eliminated Sheamus and Ziggler with help for Ziggler, but no help for Sheamus. He got Sheamus himself.
Alright, so
go ahead.
I was just gonna say when I learned Bad Bunny was at the Royal Rumble, it wasn't through Cornette's podcast or reading about it. I listened to this show every day to get up, and this girl, Kat Lasso, who's one of the co-hosts, loves Bad Bunny, and they had to talk about it when they were talking about today's headlines. And that's the only time they ever talk about wrestling is when Bad Bunny's involved.
Wow. Goes to show why he's involved.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean he's such he's the number one artist on Spotify. I get it, but does he have to be eliminating Sheamus?
I think it's good that he eliminates Sheamus. Sheamus sucks.
Rick Boogs was next. He got 1 elimination. And
have you seen this character, Moose?
Who was it?
Rick Boogs.
Rick Boogs. What's his name from the Indies?
He wasn't in the Indies. He was Eric Bugenhagen in NXT.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What do you mean he wasn't in the Indies? You gotta go through the territory system.
He went through the territory of NXT. That was his territory.
So he's like 50%.
I've heard that was like a bad territory.
Yeah.
Like 50% what?
He's like 50% Freddie Mercury and like 50% vaudevillain.
He's very hench. He has a mustache and he plays guitar.
I have in my notes, this guy should be in a tag team with Dalton Castle.
Yeah.
After him was Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin's lackey, who eliminated AJ
Fucking
Styles.
loved him. Give him the hat.
4 minutes, 24 seconds, and 1 elimination, which was, as mentioned, AJ Styles. Matt Riddle, well, just Riddle, I guess, Fucking
Nah,
can't have two
well,
names.
He can have Matt while we're talking.
Yeah.
He came out. He lasted 19 minutes and 46 seconds with 2
Was it?
eliminations.
I saw a story that he was supposed to win. And
Yeah,
then someone's
apparently
like,
he was supposed to
"Fuck
win,
that."
and then they gave it to Brock.
What kind of insanity is that Matt Riddle wins the Royal Rumble?
Matt Riddle is
Like what?
like one of the only new stars they're pushing.
Is he a star though?
Well,
Is
he's
that
teaming with
over?
Randy
Like,
Orton, and the team is pretty over.
Yeah.
they gotta be over. They did win that spelling bee.
Yeah,
It's true.
They won the spelling bee. Drew McIntyre was out next, 19 minutes and 18 seconds, got 2 eliminations. After him, Kevin Owens, who was eliminated by the greatest wrestler in the world, Shane McMahon. He lasted 11 minutes and 13 seconds.
True.
Got 1 elimination himself. Rey Mysterio out next. 1 elimination, which was him teaming up with Bad Bunny to get Ziggler out. He lasted 9 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah, if Rey Mysterio came in and couldn't eliminate Barry Horowitz, like, you know, yeah, there's a problem.
So up next, right? We do this betting thing, like just like a pay-per-view betting thing, no actual money, anything like that. And one of the things for it was a bonus question was pick one like crazy spot in the Rumble. 3 people went with stuff about Kofi Kingston doing something to keep himself from getting eliminated. 3 people.
They do it every year.
Yes, so
Yeah.
it seemed like an easy win there. Kofi Kingston comes out, they try to do the spot again, 21 seconds into his appearance, and they botched it, and he got eliminated. His feet touched the floor when they were not supposed to. They showed a replay, and they showed his feet clearly touching the floor, so they were like, "Oh fuck, I guess he's out." And there goes Kofi after about 20 seconds.
I think Kofi's like one of those guys, like, right now he's just become Tito Santana, where he's just there forever and doesn't mean it. Like he's like in the El Matador phase of his WWE career. As
You really just have like
if
every
he's compared to Tito Santana.
you got like every fucking like 70s, 80s, fucking 60s, whatever fucking wrestler reference to make for anybody. All these comparisons. Yeah. Everybody's got somebody from back then.
It's true.
Well,
I think it's pretty
Happy Corbin's
apropos.
the new Happy Humphrey.
That's just not accurate.
No, it's not. I just thought it was funny that they're both. We got a new guy running around called Happy.
I think unless Vince dies, this is the end of the Kofi spots. I think Vince is gonna remember him botching this and say no more.
Speaking of Happy Humphrey, if you're gonna make a comparison to him with anyone, it'll probably be the next guy out, Otis.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's a big boy.
Otis is probably way better than Happy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but he a big boy. He came
Otis
out.
is good.
He needs a fucking beard
big
again,
boy.
though. They grow that man's facial hair out. I can't look at that. He looks.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It's upsetting.
Oh yeah, he was in the spelling bee. That's right.
Yeah.
Shoot.
He lasted 8 minutes 52 seconds. He got an elimination, which was Rey Mysterio. Fucking yeeted that small man out there. He was eliminated by Riddle and Orton, one of their double team. Up next, right, Big E. You know, guy who was recently fucking world champion in WWE.
Biggie Langston, yeah.
Fucking, you know, all that. They were pushing the fuck out of this guy. He lasted 6 minutes 37 seconds. Did not have an elimination, and he was eliminated like in the background, just casually in the background.
I think that's perfect for this promotion and where Big E really is at. I always when I felt like he became world champion, it was just like, okay, it's your turn. Like, it doesn't matter who holds this belt.
That part's true. 27 was the man, the legend, Bad Bunny, who came out
the number one artist on Spotify.
Yes, 7 minutes 41 seconds, 2 eliminations, including Sheamus and Ziggler. After him,
wait. So 1985.
Jesus Christ.
What you said, like, or 86, like the biggest artist would have been Michael Jackson, right?
probably.
Yeah.
So imagine they did the battle royale there, and like he's in there eliminating people like maybe Brutus Beefcake and Hillbilly Jim. Like, come on, man.
Number 8.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
go on.
go out on a limb.
Yeah.
I personally would not have been offended if Michael Jackson eliminated Hillbilly Jim.
Same.
I would have found that awesome. Fuck Hillbilly Jim. Fuck Big John Studd.
Yeah.
Fuck them both.
Yeah.
Let Michael fucking hee him straight out.
Well, he probably should have done that to Adrian Adonis.
So 28 was the best in the world, Shane McMahon, who apparently produced this Rumble and is no longer in WWE a week later.
This was the only surprise of the night to me.
Yes, Shane McMahon.
I saw on Twitter he went crazy after the match and was yelling at people, which really doesn't fit the character that he heard about him for years.
So he booked the match. He ended up in the final 3. He booked himself to be in the final 3 of the match, and he booked himself to eliminate Kevin Owens. So that happened. Shane McMahon. Number 29 was Randy Orton. He lasted 2 minutes, 21 seconds. He had 2 eliminations. Both were with Riddle. It was an Otis and background elimination of Becky.
We were we'll go to Final 4.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, so was Shane McMahon Final 4 since I brought it up?
He was Final 3. Final 2. 3. Final 3.
Yeah, Final 3.
He was in the Final 3. And then the last one out was Brock Lesnar, who lost his title earlier the night by way of fuckery. He comes out, gets 5 eliminations. He lasts 2 minutes and 32 seconds before winning. He was in it for 2.5 minutes to win the match.
Stupid.
So yeah, the Final 4 were Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Shane McMahon, and Riddle. That was the Final 4.
This sounds like the most fucked up promotion.
Bad Bunny was 5.
It sounds like someone's weird fantasy booking of a wrestling promotion. Yeah, where Matt Riddle was talking so much shit about Brock on Twitter. We're gonna throw him in the match show, and we're gonna have Bad Bunny out there and Shane McMahon. It sounds like an idiot fucking book.
So
yes.
in the last
Axel Anvil booked this show.
Of the last 6 people, it was Brock, Drew, Shane, Riddle, Bad Bunny, and Orton. Of those 6 people, Brock eliminated all of them, who was not himself.
He's the big, as it should have been.
He came out, eliminated all 5 people in 2.5 minutes and won.
With those people, yeah.
He should not have been in the match.
I mean, they should have booked it differently. That's what
stupid.
I'll say.
Shouldn't
ruin the whole show.
I don't think it ruined the whole show. The whole show was already ruined. It made it worse, but it was already bad.
I could have tolerated the rest of the show, other than the grid couple, if this had not been such a horrible Royal Rumble.
Well, yeah. I mean, Brock winning was bad, but also the Rumble itself, this
Him
specific
entering
Rumble
just pissed me off.
Yeah. I knew it was going to happen as soon as he lost the other match.
Exactly. But this is the 3rd time they've done this. He did it at Money in the Bank. And then Roman did it in the Rumble in 2017 or 2016.
Yeah. Also,
I don't get the logic of it at all. So if he didn't lose the belt, I think someone said this before. We had the SmackDown's Woman Champion in the other Battle Royale.
Yeah,
so
Charlotte.
Would he have been
was he still number 30, or did he get the number?
Yeah, was he still number 30?
Did he just beat the shit out of the guy who actually was number 30?
Maybe. I know Cesaro sure wasn't on this show.
Yeah, there was no Cesaro. Also, at some point, I don't know when exactly, but at some point, the WrestleMania sign was on fire a second time.
Good.
TNA.
So we had Seth Rollins beat Roman Reigns Ronda by disqualification. Ronda Rousey won the first Rumble. Becky beat Doudrop by pinfall. Bobby beat Brock by pinfall, but after fuckery happened, Edge and Beth Phoenix won by pinfall, and then Brock wins the Rumble, the second Rumble.
I'm just thinking the TNA audience was so much fun. I mean, they're crazy, but at least they were so fun. When the Impact Zone caught on fire, at least they were chanting the roof. The roof is on fire. Like, why can't the WWE audience do that?
They were just looking at it.
That's
fun. It, yeah. And that was the 2022 Royal Rumble. Yeah. Good stuff. Question mark?
No one got over. The person who got least under in the whole show was Becky Lynch to me.
Becky,
Oh, yeah,
Becky
I
didn't
mean-
even have to have a good match because everybody was focused on the WrestleMania sign, so it didn't matter what she did.
She's in there with Doudrop, who cares?
Nah.
And
And so we all know the reality is this is the build up to Elimination Chamber. So what's happening on that show?
The Elimination Chamber.
the God damn it! I don't know if I should say that. You can edit this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Hell yeah, dude.
So apparently the entire WWE Championship Chamber is already confirmed. It's going to be Bobby Lashley defending against fucking Brock Lesnar, who just won the Rumble, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Riddle, and AJ Styles. So it's very much possible that we're going to have Brock Lesnar as the WWE Champion challenging for the other title in a unification match at Mania.
I think that they should just do 2 triple threat unification matches. Both matches would be better than either singles match we're going to get. Give me Brock and Roman and Seth. Let Seth win that chamber. And then give me Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda. Triple threat matches are stupid, but I'm so tired of seeing these singles matches. To hell with both of them. And get back to 2 titles because they can barely book fucking any of them. And Dana Brooke is the 24/7 champion.
Apparently, yeah.
Do they even
I
have
forgot.
any women's tag teams? They don't know what they're doing. Get down to like 1 title that Vince will know what is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that chamber match. There's Becky versus Lita. That's confirmed for the women's title. And the Usos are defending
Alright.
against the Viking Raiders. That's the card so far for Elimination.
All right, so we do. This is how we do the belts. Roman defeats Brock after he wins whatever belt at Elimination Chamber. They do that unification belt thing at WrestleMania, and then we get the big match. Trevor Murdoch versus Roman Reigns, where we finally unify the WWE and NWA World Titles.
That's the tactic right there. You gotta
Trevor Murdoch.
get Trevor Murdoch in there. Obviously, Trevor's going over.
He's the real world. Look, Ric Flair came on to WWE television in 1991, talking about the Royal Rumble. Came in with the NWA World Heavyweight Title and said he was the real world champion. And what happened? What happened? He won the 1992 Royal Rumble to become the real world champion. So we're bringing in Trevor Murdoch now, who's the real world champion of today.
When is WWE gonna bring in the real hardcore champion, the Nugget Man?
Exactly.
To beat the man, or to be the man, you got to beat the Nugget Man. That's confirmed.
Exactly.
That is a fact. WWE, book it. The Nugget Man versus Trevor Murdoch.
Yeah.
Speaking of Murdoch, how different would WWE history have been had Tricky Dick Murdoch won the 1995 Royal Rumble?
Damn,
Who was it? Shawn Michaels who
Yeah.
won that year?
Yeah, we could have got Dick Murdoch versus Kevin Nash. WrestleMania
Man.
with Pamela Anderson unsure who to go with.
Actually, yeah, I'm excited for this already.
Yeah. We gotta invent time travel.
Well, that wasn't even the main event anyway, so you could have done that. That wasn't even the main event because Bam Bam Bigelow and Lawrence Taylor was the main event, right?
Some would argue that is the case.
Football.
Yeah. So you could have done absolutely Dick Murdoch winning the Royal Rumble.
Vince McMahon can do anything he wants.
Moose, you're
Like,
you're
yeah.
incorrect. It's not that they could have done it. It's that they should have done it.
Yes, it is true.
Yeah.
Like, Shane could have won this Rumble. Frankly, people would not have been more mad.
Yeah.
May-
It would not have
maybe the wrestlers in the locker room. Maybe.
Yeah.
Fans wouldn't
Maybe.
have been.
Yeah. They would have been mad, but they would not have been as mad as fucking Brock again.
Oh, okay. So, what if Bad Bunny won the Royal Rumble?
That's funny.
That would have been better than either of those things.
Yeah.
Give Bad Bunny the title.
And
So would Bad Bunny have wrestled Bobby Lashley or Roman Reigns?
Both. That would be the triple threat.
So he'll be what Stoopy said really quick. He'll be like the Yokozuna, and fucking Bobby Lashley could be Lex Luger, and Roman Reigns could be Bret Hart.
Fucking alright. That's Royal Rumble. Elimination Chamber's coming up next. That'll fucking be a show. In Saudi Arabia.
Is anyone gonna watch it?
I watch the WWE pay-per-views when there's like a group call going on in our Discord, which is much more about the call itself than it is about the... I mean, I fucking played Dark Souls while I was watching this, so that shows the interest I have. But if there's a call going on, I'll probably join in and watch it in the background while I'm playing some other shit. But I'm not interested. It's in fucking Saudi Arabia. They're getting the blood money.
Yeah, I give it about a 1% chance I watch it.
No. Gopher, you made me watch GCW in the Royal Rumble. I ought to make you watch the Elimination Chamber too.
I do enjoy the Elimination Chamber match, at least. So there's that.
That GCW show was way more entertaining than the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
It wasn't as good. It was somehow worse. But it was way more entertaining.
That's true. I guess AJ Gray, that spot was more entertaining than Doudrop. Yeah, you got me there.
Doudrop would be really over if she climbed a 20-foot ladder and then jumped on a different ladder. I mean, it got Jeff Hardy over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been an hour and a half. I think we talked about the whole Royal Rumble, and so I think that's everything.
I think that's a show. That's a podcast. Week. Yeah, that's the whole.
So I talked about me being elected to the Treasure of the Green Party at the end. We should talk about before we sign off.
Wait, we didn't.
We gotta pay the bill. So let's talk Gopher and talk like what's the channel been doing.
We didn't do the fan mail. We gotta do that.
All right, fan mail.
Yeah,
shoot.
Yeah, we always do that. We'll do fan mail. Right, then I'll give my little Gopher and Tuck bit, and then we can
the emails. I'm opening up the emails,
and I want Ian to read one of them.
All right, so I'm kind of late on this. I'm sorry. I can't read every email you get or every fan mail you get. I mean, you get so many. Like it's like if you expect Joe Biden to read all the mail he gets as president. Like, come on.
I am basically Joe Biden.
Yeah, so kind of late from Earl in
another one
the Philippines. From Earl? Huh. Yeah. Well, different. There's more than one Earl.
Well, yeah. Maybe it's the one from that TV show.
Yeah, Earl. He did travel, didn't he?
Yeah.
All right, so from Earl in the Philippines, Gopher, big fan. I've been subscribed to you since you were giggity. So, who do you think's gonna win the Royal Rumble?
Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey. Those are my out there completely wild guesses. I think it's gonna be them.
You think they're gonna win 2 years in a row?
or doing it for next year? Yes. Then yes, still them.
Yeah. Wait, but reversed, right? Brock will win the women's and
yes. And I'm still gonna add the paper tearing noise, by the way, for this. Even though you're reading emails, we're still getting the paper tearing noise. Still being added.
Yes.
Next one.
This is from Teddy Theodore in Washington.
Okay.
Says Gopher, I'm a recent fan. I really enjoyed your It Takes Two. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. It's 9 a.m. I really enjoyed your It Takes Two game. I really felt that was the best game of the year. What would you say was the best video game from 2021?
I have to find a list of 2021 games. It Takes Two was very fun.
No. Just your favorite. What was your favorite game from last year?
Let me see. So I'm trying to remember which games were out that year, though. So let me see. But It Takes Two was a very, very fun one. Let's see. Biggest releases. What do we got here? Fucking... Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury was a great one, but that was basically just a port, but with Bowser's Fury added.
That's probably game of the year, honestly.
It was a very fun one. Ghost of Tsushima was really good. It Takes Two might actually be my favorite game from last year. It is.
I've heard it's very good.
It was a very fun time. I played it 1.5 times. Obviously, I played it with Brandon on the channel, and then me and Ian started it and didn't finish it for a second playthrough. It was very fun though, and I got to do a draw in chess, which I was very upset about. I didn't realize that was gonna happen.
Man.
Yeah, I'll probably go with that one. Probably say that was my favorite game from last year. And I'm just looking through the list. There's a whole bunch of games. A lot of games come out every year. There's video games all over the place.
I think this year was kind of like there wasn't as much games because of the pandemic, as some people call it.
New Pokemon Snap is also up there though, because I've been waiting for that one for like 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
Is it a good game, or is it just you played the old one so you like it?
Yeah.
Maybe that, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. Resident Evil Village is also another one that's up there.
Oh yeah,
that was a very good time for the Halloween special last year.
Don't forget about Popeye.
Can't forget that. All right, one more question, and Ian.
Honestly, probably the worst game of the year. From Shane.
No, Ian's got to read it.
You asked the question.
We'll do four.
Okay, we'll do four. We'll read this one, and then Ian.
This one's not even a question. It's more of a comment.
Okay.
From Shane in Connecticut. Go fuck yourself, Gopher. My booking is fabulous, and that's it.
Oh,
okay.
How did you know my opinion about that already?
Well, I mean, you were on Twitter.
Well, there is that.
So I was going over the Gopher Tuk subreddit, and I found a question from Fly Eye Schumer. And Fly Eye Schumer asks, "Are you going to eat those crumbs?"
You can have them, Fly Eye Schumer. For you, I will let you have those crumbs.
Hell yeah, dude.
Also, apparently Zombies Ate My Neighbors was released last year on PS4 and Xbox One and PC.
It's about time they got that port.
Huh. But yes, Fly Eye Shimmer, you can have those crumbs. I was really looking forward to them, but for you, you can have those crumbs. Now, Gopher and Tuk, we're doing stuff and things. Mainly God of War and Shenmue 3 still. And that's going to continue, but there's a new Kirby game coming out soon that Brandon's going to be playing on the channel. So there's also that. And that's basically all I have to shill here for Gopher and Tuk.
I'm watching Shenmue 3.
Moose is watching it. That's true.
It's I'll just say this, like, can you imagine if someone made like GoldenEye was the best game back when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you imagine? Like I play GoldenEye sometimes with people today or like recently. Like they'll say, "Can we take out the N64 and play GoldenEye?" And I guess they expect it to be good, not realizing it's a game from 1996. And I feel like the people like people who got to play Shenmue 3 got to play a game that played like a game from 2001.
Yes, it's very much it's a game that's aged horribly without actually being old.
Yeah, I mean, if someone made like a perfect, like, this is GoldenEye, but like a sequel or something, and it plays exactly the same, people would hate it.
Yeah.
Even though like everyone says, "Oh yeah, GoldenEye is the best game ever," like they don't realize how aged it is.
Yeah. So new episodes of that fucking garbage out every day at 3:00 Central Time, and fuck, it's gonna be so long. But that's it for today. We thank you, Ian, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Ian,
being our guest here. Yes, and watching the.
Thanks for watching the show twice.
Yeah, putting yourself through that 2 times.
With us. It was a pleasure.
Were there any notes that you didn't get to bring up?
Yeah, like 6 pages of them.
Is there anything really important from it you want to bring up?
Not important, but I will note a couple of things.
Okay.
This is going to be the 6th, probably, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns singles match. And they're 2-1.
Yeah.
So, it's the rubber match, kind of.
Okay.
And
All right, real quick, Ian. Keep going.
Okay, so Roman Reigns probably will have faced Brock Lesnar 2015, 2018, and it looks like 2022. So he didn't wrestle the 2020 WrestleMania. So his pattern is Lesnar, somebody, Lesnar, somebody, Lesnar. So
that's funny.
Is he going to get Lesnar again in 3 years? I think yes.
Probably.
Yeah,
I would say so. Yes.
So well, I was gonna ask, what would piss you guys off more? Would it be this how this Royal Rumble went, or if Trevor Murdoch actually does beat Roman Reigns to become the undisputed world champion?
That would be awesome.
This Rumble, because that would be hilarious, and I would be here for that.
That's true. It would be really funny.
The only thing better than that would be if Trevor Murdoch wrestled Bad Bunny to unify the titles.
True.
Any more?
Nah, I'm good.
No, I think we're done.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll be back next week again, me and Moose, to talk about whatever the fuck we're talking about then. And yeah.
Well, if the world goes to maybe if World War III starts, we'll talk about that.
Maybe I won't have maybe we won't have an episode next week because I won't have power because it's fucking snowing in Texas again. Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end on that cliffhanger. You have to tune in next week to see what happens.
Tune in next week to find out if we're all still alive.